What's up, YouTube? It's Matt here. It's Matt's Movies Reviews. And I need to get up to date on my movie reviews. I'm kind of behind. So, actually, I'm only 2 movies behind. And one of them is the Steve Jobs movie, which is the creator of Apple. And I have an iPhone. I like Apple products. I don't really like Apple computers. I like Windows computers. But, anyways, when I saw the previews for that movie, I was real excited to see it. That freaking dog is always barking. Good Lord. Hey! Anyways, so when I saw the previews for that movie, I was like, dang, that looks pretty cool, man. He's a real interesting person to me, and he's obviously successful. So I decided like I wanted to see that movie, and I went and saw it when it came out, and the theater was pretty full in the middle of the day. I was impressed for a middle of the day Thursday movie or Saturday movie, something like that. Maybe it was even Sunday. Maybe I saw it a couple days late, but it was pretty full, and I liked it a lot. If the whole movie is like basically takes place like in the background of his press conferences, like, so he created Apple, right? And then he gets fired by Apple, and the whole movie's about him and his struggle to be like a businessman, basically, and like everyone around him tells him to do this and do that, and he follows his own heart. It's pretty cool. Like, he follows his own heart and does what he believes is right for the company, not just, oh, this is best for the customer. He's a businessman. He does what's best for the company, for the stock. And he the whole movie is like, as much as I can remember of the scenes, is like basically backstage before his press conferences. You know, you've seen the Apple where he puts on his black shirt and his blue jeans and he gets on stage. Well, like, I guess he used to do that back in the day too, but it was like for his old computers. So like almost all the movie is just like people talking like backstage, like before that happens. It's like the drama surrounding these events, like everything about his daughter, his wife, or excuse me, the mother of his child, who he doesn't really believe it's his kid until he finds out that she has like this deep-rooted like intelligence, and once he sees that, like, he kind of takes ownership for the girl. It's pretty cool. And like, but yeah, like the whole movie's based around like these scenes like backstage, and it's just like character dialogue like back and forth, like blah 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 blah. And like, if you're the type of person who can sit down like at a table with a group of people and just like watch people talk and like be interested by their reactions and their motives and like that type of thing, like in real life, like it's a movie for you. Like, I didn't really get bored in it at all. Like, the actors are all good. It's all believable. I didn't feel like any actor was out of place or like faking it or just like a cheap, like, each character I believed was like their own character, and like they each seemed so passionate in like what they were saying and what like each person, because a lot of the movie is conflict, and each character is like, like what they're arguing with Steve Jobs, or like what Steve Jobs is arguing, like you believe each person. You don't feel like, who's this person that's just, you know, talking loud, getting paid to be an actor. And like, it was actually, I was really impressed by it. I learned a lot, and I was inspired. And I mean, I get inspired kind of easily, but when especially something like that though, because he was so successful, and I never really had that much respect for him as I did after I saw the movie, because I think it represented him pretty well. I don't know, but, and then after that I read some notes that he wrote like on his dying bed, and he was a pretty smart person, man, and I never really realized it. But if you feel like getting inspired, or if you're an entrepreneur or a business person, or just feel like watching a movie that is like about like social, like business or social like interactions, it's a freaking good movie. I really liked it. It's not, I mean, there's no shooting and no not sex or anything like that, but there's it's a freaking, I was entertained the whole time, and it gets sad too, and especially if you've ever had any issues, or if you've ever had issues with your dad, or if you love your dad. Either way, it'll hit home for you. So I would definitely recommend seeing that movie. I don't look at reviews for what people like official companies said, but like, I really enjoyed it. One of my favorite. I liked it way better than most of the other movies I've seen lately. And on a side note, one thing I forgot to mention about Jurassic World, which wasn't the best review, and hopefully I didn't bother anybody, but um, also that movie was so full of the Jurassic World, not Steve Jobs. It's a total side note, but one more thing that bothered me about Jurassic World was it was so full of advertisements. Every time you turn around, it was Samsung this, Ford that. Maybe not Ford, hopefully not, but um, it was just, man, so much advertising in that movie. It was like, at first I thought it was a joke, and then like, dang, it was full of advertisements, and it kind of made it disgusting. But last night I saw that new Julia Roberts movie, Secret in Their Eyes, which is actually turns out is a remake. I'm gonna review that later, but that was pretty cool too. So stick around for that. God bless everybody. If you're one person who watched this review, I appreciate it because I just do it because it's fun to me, and that's just I don't really see any harm in it. So thank you.